Safe Billings. Trying to not cry up here. Kristen is who I call one of my babies. I've been coaching for a long time. As soon as I graduated in 2009, I started coaching. I've coached her in club and in high school, so I've been coaching her since she was 12 years old. I've known the Whitney family for so long. Coached her older sister too. And I think competitive, and I think that's going to ring a bell. One of the most competitive athletes that I've ever coached with. I've coached for a long time. Kristen primarily throughout her career was a two-sport athlete. She wholeheartedly played both volleyball and basketball, just until this last year when she decided to focus everything on volleyball. Thank goodness. But she's a 4-year varsity starter for volleyball. She got Rookie of the Year her first year as a freshman, coming in and earning a starting position, and she's been starting ever since. She is 6'1" for volleyball. That's an offensive player. Normally we put a very small person in for her back row. In her senior year, she decided that that wasn't going to happen. She decided she was going to play all the way around. She earned that spot. She became second in digs, which is incredible for how many defensive specialists we have on the team. For somebody who's 6'1", to be second in digs on our team, second in serve receive, and top 3 in our serving percentage. She spent her entire senior year not coming off the court. And more than that, like Lisa said, I was the JV coach here, and I took over the varsity program about 2 years ago. And there's a very finite list of athletes who have incredibly helped us to turn the program around. And Kristen is one of them. I can't tell you how many times. I think she has probably helped me more than I have helped her. After practices, after games, it wasn't like, hey Kristen, this is what I think. She's like, hey Michaela, this is what I think we should be doing. So for me personally, it's going to be very, very hard to keep going without her. One of the most competitive athletes, like I said, her senior year, I watched her develop as an athlete and as a person this whole time, but her senior year she really decided that she was going to become the person, the captain that her team needed, and became positive Kristen, something that was very tough for her as a competitive player to turn all of that into the positive vibe that her team needed from her, but she did it, and she did it without complaint. And it's one of the coolest transformations I've ever seen from a player. So we're very excited, very sad to be losing her and her family, who's been very involved in our program these last 6-7 years. But very excited to keep watching you play. I can't think of something who's going to do better in college. I'm very excited.
Congrats.